This flooded 6-8 weeks ago. All my fish swam out.
You guys are in for a real treat. I pulled in last night around 12:30, and this is the view that I got to see. Look at this. Out here in Venice, Florida, that's the guest house that I slept in last night. Here is the water feature right outside my bedroom door. Now that is a pond. Ready to feed the fish. Some of the good stuff. These fish are brand new to this pond. They've only been in here for a few weeks, I guess, because this pond flooded. Because right down here, there's my little guest house that I stayed at. Look at this beautiful property down here in this backyard. Just awesome. But this is a tributary of the river that periodically floods, including a few months ago, last summer. This thing, the water raised up, all the way up, and flowed all the way over. And I bet you Mr. Savage is up there. Let's see where he is. There he is. Good morning, Tim. How you doing, sir? Go ahead and show me your masterpiece. How long has this water feature been in here?
This pond's been in here for about a year and a half. I don't know the exact measurements. It's probably about 40 by 30, somewhere in that area. It's about 3.5, 4 feet deep. Wish I went bigger than this, actually.
I asked you why you made it so deep. I was thinking you were going to say herons and predators, and you said because?
I wanted to swim with the fish. And then also because we are on the river, we do have a lot of birds of prey, so making it deeper helps with that. I don't have any trouble with that. When we were digging this, we hit groundwater at about 2 feet, so we had to pump the groundwater out while we were excavating.
Yep.
Evacuated that out into the river, and then when we finally started rocking it in, we did put a pressure relief system underneath the liner.
It's a hydrostatic pressure, so
we were able to actually pump the groundwater out and use that to fill the pond, which was kind of cool because it was coming out crystal clear as it went through the underlayment, the gravel, and into our drain pipe.
Give me the tour here. What system did you put in here?
We got a 6,000 biofalls. We got a 2,500 biofalls. Back here in the, I don't know what you call it, a little wooded area, we got about 11 by 16 bog. That's what's feeding this little stream over here. I got about 2,000 gallon intake right here. So the pond stays crystal clear.
How long ago did this flood?
This flooded 6-8 weeks ago. All my fish swam out. I was canoeing around the block. One of my neighbors had one of my fish. He said, "Hey, we have one of your fish." I said, "What am I going to do with it?" He said, "Throw them back in your pond." And I said, "This is my pond in your front yard." So there was nothing we could do about that. So I actually just got these fish last week. You can see the bog from here feeding this stream right here. As we walk across this pathway, the water is underneath here. This intake bay comes all the way back to here. It was a mess from the flood. There was river sludge in it, so it took us a little while to get it back together. But here's the bog right here. Upflow bog, feeds down through the stream.
What would you sell this feature for?
I haven't priced it all out, but I'm thinking this probably be about 70 grand.
Okay, $70,000, totally installed. How long would this take to install for your cruise?
This probably would take us about 5 weeks, 6 weeks, give or take, depending on how many guys we sent out to it.
Okay.
We like to build with 2 guys normally, but on something like this, we might send double the crews up and send 4 or 5 guys out to it.
What pumping system do you got? How many pumps do you have?
I had 2 AquaSurge 4 to 8,000s. They're both running full force right now. Never had a problem with the water, any water clarity. In the summer, we may get a little bit of string algae, but I do have an ionizer hooked up to this, and I have an auto doser hooked up to it also.
The auto doser and that wetland filter will really help with that water quality. So there you have it, Tim's personal pond. How big is this compared to the last one that you had?
My last one was an 11 by 16. I wouldn't mind if it went through the whole front yard and you had to cross a bridge to the front door, but maybe someday in the future.
So where are we headed now there, Tim?
We are headed to what was a bed and breakfast called the Banyan House, and he still rents, but he's not a bed and breakfast anymore because he just wanted to do it as like a vacation rental by owner. This pond's probably 2.5, 3 years old.
Let's check out this 2.5-year-old pond. What's the name of this place?
Banyan House, because of this tree right here, one of the largest banyan trees in the county, actually.
Wow, that is cool.
I think we got about 3,000 gallon reservoir under these pavers here. All of the rocks for this pond were Mayan for my pond, and being Chuck is a longtime friend, acquaintance, we gave him all my rocks, so his waterfall's nicer than mine.
Well, he's got a nice slope.
We got a bog here.
Yep.
We got a bubbling boulder in the bog, just a small bog. I think we got 2 6,000 biofalls up here. Killer waterfall, and really nice looking pond right here. I think he treated it with some phosphate remover yesterday, so it's a little cloudy, but then our stream.
So you got mollies in here. They can live year round, huh?
They can, unless we get real cold, but usually they make it right through. Yeah,
really nice. Wow, what a cool property. You talk about a place to get a bed and breakfast. I mean, here's your bedroom, and there's your view. Listen to that sound. It's like you're not next to a busy street at all. How long did it take you to build this?
It took us about 2 weeks to build.
What'd you sell it for?
Probably about 40.
So this is a $40,000 water feature. How you doing, Chuck? What a beautiful water feature. So what kind of reactions do you get from your clientele when they see this?
Everybody's impressed with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they like it a lot.
How much maintenance is it?
Very little, 5 to 10 minutes a week.
But an ecosystem pond, a well-built water feature, is less maintenance in the same area planted in grass that you have to do weekly maintenance to. So what's your favorite thing about it?
The sound.
It just changes the whole environment, doesn't it?
Yes, for sure. And my wife, when we're on vacation, she always has to go and walk, to the waterfalls, up the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Uh-huh.
And now we don't have to.